Dear God. We are expecting esteemed guests this evening. It is of utmost importance that the castle should look its finest. The guest rooms should be cleaned, dusted, and aired. The library should also be attended to. Every tome and scroll should be dust-free. Don't forget the rest of the castle, though. Remember, this isn't only a sign of our monarchy, but it's also a beacon of hospitality for our guests.
Oh my.
What's going on? Is there something wrong?
Your Majesty, we don't know how to tell you this, but there's an unknown substance scattered on the spellbook.
Which spellbook? Dear God, I hope it's not what I think it is. This isn't the spellbook. It's empty. It's a fake! How could this have happened? Someone must have come in and switched the spellbook. Guards, find the fairy responsible for this action immediately, and whoever that damned fairy is, I will make sure that they are brought to justice before any harm is done. Hurry!
Right away, Your Majesty.
phantoms of Rivaria. Come to me. Speak to me. Mysterious tremendum suspirium. Pransium la fervera la mente. Suspirious! How dare you forcibly open the doors to my house? I own this property. You do not get to invade it.
By the order of Her Royal Majesty, you are to be punished as a result of your actions.
Hand me the chains, Calypso. Search the property for the book.
You normals yield nothing but a fraction of my fingernail's power. How dare you touch me?
Your Majesty, we have brought the culprits.
Enter.
No, let me go. Let me go.
You know, when I was first crowned Queen of Rivaria, I made a vow to myself to consistently prosper the sacred magic in our nature and be resilient against all those who tried to spoil it. Unfortunately, in my ideal narrative, it wasn't you, of all people, who was the fugitive. Someone so small and irrelevant. Thank you, Thornella, for making my life easier.
You aren't the one to question my capabilities.
Oh, really? I'm not. The Queen of Rivaria is supposed to bow down to, what? The gypsy of the kingdom. You are no person to speak against me. Only but an abomination would dare to even think about committing the crime that you are oblivious to committing.
I am no abomination, you hoax. That position belongs to anyone but you.
You can spend your days convincing yourself that way, Thornella, only under the circumstances that it is far, far away from this castle. You disgust me.
I have no remorse. You and your kingdom will all experience its inevitable downfall. I have nothing left to lose, only but the slight pinch of relief that I will one day hear your fading screams as the ashes of the burning kingdom overtake your lungs.
Guards, take her away.
No, let me be. Let me go. No. No. Oh, okay.
Too pregnant for this. Hush now, my baby, don't cry. You are born into a world where duty and honor hold great significance, my darling. And as you grow into a young man, I will teach you. I will guide you the values that will shape you into a strong ruler. The crown may be heavy now, but as you grow into a strong ruler, it will be as light as a feather. But remember, true strength relies not only on power, but also on compassion and empathy. Together, we will create a legacy that will be remembered for generations to come.
Your Majesty.
Does one not know the rules of knocking with the presence of the Queen and the newborn prince on the opposing door?
An obscure intruder has entered the castle and brutally slaughtered all of the staff on the main floor. We tried to stop it, but it was too powerful for our resistance.
What? us? Money? A new cottage? What? Just leave us alone.
Fair game.
Guards, get her.
Howdy meaning is that whenever I try to have a conversation with you, it is always interrupted by your greasy minions. Have you no manners?
Get out of my castle, you freak!
No, no. We do not play that game anymore. So you thought you could escape my wrath. Your treacherous acts have consequences. As a token of my gratitude, your child shall bear the weight of your sins.
What? No. My actions were driven by despair and confusion. Punish me, but spare my child, please.
Your pleas fall upon deaf ears, Christella. Your child shall know the price of your actions.
No, please, no. There must be another way. My baby is innocent. He's blameless in all of this.
From this moment forth, your child shall be stripped off its wings. Never shall it know the freedom of flight, the beauty of soaring above the clouds. The legacy of your sins will forever haunt its every step.
No, what have you done? You've taken away his birthright, his essence.
Consider this a constant reminder of the consequences of your actions. You shall know suffering just as I have.
Child. Every boon has its bane. Are you ready for the consequences?
In my impatience, my hunger for power deafened her words of caution. I wanted, no, needed that power. The change was swift, a whirlwind of emotions and sensations. This newfound strength coursed through me. It was intoxicating and overwhelming, but it wasn't Christella's. It was darker, more volatile. When I looked into a mirror, my eyes, they were not mine. They were abysses of black, an infinite void that mirrored the darkness I now felt within. I remember my parents' horrifying screams. They still haunt me. Their loving gaze turned to one of dread. In their fear, they cast me out, sent me into the embrace of the forest where many others like I now wander. We are the forsaken ones, those who sought more and became less. And now, as I prepare to fully accept my fate as the soulless one searcher, I present to you my final words. Power is not freedom. It can chain you, it can morph you, and it can take away the very essence of our lives. Remember me, not as I am now, but as a boy who once dreamed too recklessly. Let this be a warning to those who seek what they do not understand.
Caspian? What are you doing out in the forest alone?
You didn't tell us you were leaving. What if something happened to you?
I can't stay locked up in that castle any longer. Out here I can find my purpose.
I know, Caspian, but this forest is no place for you. Creatures lurk here, dark and malevolent. How would you defend yourself?
I'm aware, Flora, but I refuse to be caged like an animal. I have to prove myself, even without my wings.
We understand your longing for freedom, but there are other ways around this. Some things are better done in controlled and safe environments. We can't risk you being hurt before your coronation day.
Your mother is ill, and she calls for you at the kingdom. At least for now, can we postpone your journey of self-independence and return to the castle?
All right.
Let's go.
Lady Lucinda, Caspian, is a really important figure in our realm. When this kingdom was still laying its first stones, she introduced the arts, ensuring that culture grew alongside strength and order. She was always dancing, belle of the ball. Don't be dismayed by the fact that she's 849 years old. From my school days till now, I haven't seen her age a single day.
Don't mind my hideous face tonight. I didn't feed just yet. I'm saving it for your big night, where we will dance the night away, just as I have with the past kings of Rivaria. You see, dance has a magical way of persevering youth. It keeps the heart life and the spirit lively. But in the dreadful year of 1612, where I saw a wrinkle infiltrate my forehead, I was under the impression that I would grow old in grace, which I could never accept. That's why I embarked on the perilous journey to the heart of Transylvania, where I met Count Dracula to strike a deal.
Caspian.
I accepted the fate of becoming a vampire, forever bound to the night. The night became my stage, and I danced under the moon and stars. I danced through the ages, witnessing the rise and glory to this kingdom.
I first noticed her talents during one of those moonlit performances. Her dance told stories of ages gone by, of love, of loss, and of battles won. From that moment on, we've been close friends, bound by our shared history and mutual respect. She's truly something out of a fairy tale.
I wouldn't present myself like this to anyone. Anyone except your mother, Caspian. She embraces me for my flaws, and I feel absolutely no judgment here. Life has a way of weaving tales more intricate than any fable, young prince. I really do hope you find the thing that makes you, you. I really must be going now.
It's okay. It's always lovely to see you, Lucinda. I really hope we can stay in touch.
Goodbye, Christella. I can't wait to share the stage with you, Caspian.
Why won't you eat, Caspian?
Maybe because I don't want to be here?
Okay, well, where is it exactly that you want to be? Not here, in a luxurious shelter where no harm can be done. Why would you put yourself in a dangerous situation when your big day is coming up?
I can get that myself.
Caspian, manners. That is no way to speak to your server. any of your servers for that matter.
What are you, raising another princess that you can sell to another king or husband, mother?
This is no act of class, Caspian. You're embarrassing yourself more than you're proving yourself right
Maybe
now.
because I am an embarrassment to you, your legacy, and your kingdom.
I'm starting to think you are.
There, you said it. Happy now?
I saw the way you interacted with Lady Lucinda, Caspian, sitting there with your lips sewn. All I'm asking for is a basic level of access.
Sorry, but my reputation doesn't mean as much to me as it does to you.
Do you really think that I like Lady Lucinda? I envied her my whole life. My parents never let me around an instrument or dance like her because I said that the arts were too passionate for a girl and it would drive men away. All I could do was sit there and watch as she danced her way into her 817th year. Do you know how exhausting that is? Do you know the rules I had to live by as a child? You know nothing! You live in complete luxury, Caspian. Do not speak to me of unfairness.
You know what? I've had enough of this.
No, I'm not sick. I can't afford to be sick.
What are you inferring, Your Majesty?
Don't you see? My powers are withering. He was my way out.
What happened was not your fault, Your Majesty. You should not be penalized.
I mean, sure, I guess you're right, but come on, have you seen him? He's nothing without Bella or Flora.
I'm sure he'll find a way through it.
You mean make the most of his differences? Did you not see him a second ago? He's emotionally dependent, he's immature, he's childish. He's unfit for the position of a king, with or without wings. And all of royalty will be stripped of its power every second as I fade into the darkness. So no, I have to make the most of my time left.
I can sense the longing in your spirit. You feel anomalous, out of place.
Who was that? Who are you?
I know exactly what I am. The question is, who are you?
I'm Prince Caspian.
That is not what I asked. Speak to me when you know who you are. Let me ask you again. Who are you?
I just told you. I'm Prince Caspian.
Your title does not define who you are. I am not interested in your position or power. I want to know who resides within, beyond the external trappings of royalty.
I suppose. Underneath the crown and inherited authority, I'm just someone who's just trying to find my purpose. It might sound ridiculous, but I'm sick and tired of being the only wingless prince in a sea of ethereal creatures.
Would finally having wings grant you a purpose as a king?
I mean, that is what makes sense to me. Maybe if everyone didn't make me feel so disposable, I wouldn't feel this way.
Caspian, the path to obtaining wings is a treacherous one. Dark magic lies at the heart of such transformation.
What kind of dark magic?
Caspian, many who have sought such power in the past have faced unimaginable consequences. And the past of your kingdom is an ambiguous one. A very dark and malicious energy surrounds it.
I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
This is no game, Caspian. To delve into dark magic is to invite malevolent forces into your very soul. Those who have succumbed to its allure have become vessels for unspeakable evil. Their bodies, once filled with life and purpose, are reduced to empty shells. They roam these very woods, forever seeking their stolen souls, consumed by the ravenous hunger of the malevolent power that feasts upon their bones. And now all they do is search and search and search for their stolen souls until eternity. Your people call them the soulless searchers. It is a fate, indeed, worse than death.
Is there no way to avoid such a fate without losing my very essence?
There is a sorcerer, locked away deep within the heart of the very forbidding woods. She possesses the knowledge you seek, but be warned, Prince Caspian, her methods are steeped in darkness. The sorcerer's sanctuary is a breeding ground for the malevolent forces that feast on souls. Should you dare venture there, you must be vigilant, for even the slightest misstep could mean eternal damnation.
I understand. I'm willing to face any perilous challenge that faces my way.
May your intentions be pure and your heart remain steadfast. Fly with caution, caution, caution.
Wait, no, I have more questions.
Caspian! What are you doing in the forest? Still. We told you it's too dangerous. We must return right now.
Let's go.
Realm of Rivaria, I stand before you today with great honor and joy. Today we all gather at this magical kingdom to witness a momentous occasion, the ascension of our beloved prince, who shall now be crowned as the king. After his coronation, he will share the stage with Lady Lucinda, who has danced with many other kings in the past generations of this royal family. Our prince, a beacon of hope, wisdom, and compassion, will stand before us to clarify his standpoint on his ascension. Please rise, Prince Caspian. Today, we will all be witnessing the passing of the crown, symbolizing a divine authority bestowed upon our prince. The crown shall lead us to a new era of unity, prosperity, and harmony. Your Highness, we all gathered in the sacred abbey to anoint you as the king of the realm. Are you prepared for all the duties and responsibilities that come with this noble title? Prince Caspian, is everything all right?
I can't.
Yes. The hell do you think you're doing, you foolish, spoiled brat?
I said I'm leaving the abbey.
No, my son, you will go to that podium and take that crown if it means my dead body. You were groomed for this role since your birth, and whether or not you feel fit for the position of a king, that does not change your fate, or the heritage of this family. Go back to the podium right now.
I said no!
My goodness, this kid.
Do we go after him?
No, Let him go. I want him to see everything for himself. Dear citizens of Rivaria, the coronation is cancelled. You have no king. My apologies for the prince's actions, and if any further updates are in question, you will all be notified. But for now, please return to your homes.
What a spineless king.
I don't think I can ever see the day where I can call Caspian a king. I'm awfully sorry, Lucinda. I know how much today meant for you.
Excuse me? Is this some sort of charitable foundation? I've done this as a gift of kindness for your family for generations. I've bathed in the earthly blood of my victims, those pea-brained chickens. Are you serious? It was all a waste of time?
Please don't misunderstand me, Lucinda. I'm just bluffing. As you can see, I've had quite the eventful day. I promise I can make this up to you.
I better hope so. Culture is the main theme of Rivaria. We'd be ashamed to see it decline.
Where do you think you're going?
To Caspian. What do you think?
Christella told us to leave him alone.
Well, he's defenseless, Bella.
We were instructed to stay, and that is what we will do. It is not in our comfort to contradict the Queen's orders.
When he was born, we swore our lives to protect him. It is what we stand for by this day. What would you do if something happened to him out there? Fine, I'm leaving. You can stay here.
Flora, come back. Flora!
The terror, oh, the terror that gnaws at the edges of my conscience is a constant companion, whispering tales of the monster I become, a creature birthed from longing and despair. I wear my monstrosity as a cloak, shrouded in the darkness that has claimed the light of my soul. I'm no longer a he. I'm solely an entity, bound to this purgatory from which I cannot flee. Lord, show me my redemption arc. I'm feasting off of the breadcrumbs of a memory of a past life, which fades with every second. Lord, I hear someone coming. This is bad. What brings royalty to this part of the woods? Oh, he must stray from Sorceress Monet, for she has brought me to what I've become. I hear it. Yes, I hear it. Yes, heart, in your silence. Yes, heart, in your silence has begun to yearn. His eyes towards the wishing stars turn. Remember everyone. Oh, heart, in your silent muse, each in its clandestine ruse. To want is to light the fuse. To wish is the soul to lose.
Prince Caspian, I was alerted by your visit.
By who?
There are some things I cannot specify. Take a seat. When I was first born, I was physically unattractive. That's put nicely, of course. My mother would cry herself to death after seeing me. The villagers would cry and scream in fear when they saw me. My father would say his bloodline was cursed. I then lost my eyesight when I became a teenager and was thrown to these pits of thorns by my father. He thought I'd die, but I would never give him that satisfaction. He didn't know I was the most dangerous sorcerer in the realm in the making, so I made him suffer. I choked him with his own intestines. Anyways, my body managed to divert the powers of sight into powers of my other senses, and one particular smell I can recognize from miles and miles away is the exquisite stench of a curse, aged like a fine wine. It feasts upon what was supposed to make you, you. Am I caught up?
I mean, I guess so.
The curse of flightlessness, a tragedy indeed. Unless you wish to have the curse reversed. However, I would like to warn you in advance. Many who think they're capable of handling such forces end up rather odd. It is only for those who have the spark of magic corrupted in their bones.
I would do anything.
Very well. However, Caspian, there is no easy way through this. A price must be in question. 3 ingredients to be precise.
Ingredients.
1. Tears of a pure royalty. 2. Feather of a celestial eagle. And 3. Life of a guardian fairy. With these, my eyesight will be restored and your wings will be granted.
Have you gone mad? I'm out of here.
We're off, King Caspian. Home, where you're called immature, childish, unfit of being a king. You are truly an embarrassment, Caspian. Nothing you ever did led to anything of great influence. Unless you want to change this fate, stay here and sign. Sign it, I say.
It's me right now. Caspian? What are you doing in the sorcerer's chamber?
I got lost.
She's extremely dangerous. We can't reside here. Come with me right now. Come on, Caspian.
Where is...
Your mother? She needed some time for herself, so she'll be resting in the neighbor's castle for some time.
What, so she abandoned me too?
Why are you saying that as if it happened before? I know she didn't abandon you. Just give her some time. She will be fine soon, I promise. Oh my god, what happened to your eyes?
Don't touch me! Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, it's my fault. I should go to my room.
Thank you, Flora. You care about me, and I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Can you actually do me a favor?
Yeah?
Can you change my bed sheets?
Sure. All done?
Thank you, Flora.
Do you need anything else tonight?
No, I don't think so.
Actually, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What exactly were you doing in the sorcerer's chamber this evening?
I got lost. I didn't know it was the sorcerer's chamber until you pointed it out.
I told you she's very dangerous.
All right, I got it.
Good night, Caspian.
To leave behind the limitations of Earth. To soar through the skies. It is a destiny that I've yearned for since my earliest memories. The sorcerer's offer. A wicked bargain that stirs the darkest corners of my soul, forces me to make a choice. A sacrifice that will determine my path to power. Flora knows I went to the sorcerer's chamber. She knows that something's up. It has to be her. She's the only one that can stop me from fulfilling my destiny. Flora, dear Flora, I pray that you understand my desperation for power and the worthiness that has eluded me. I can only feel it through the touch of the wind against my wings. It is set. Tomorrow night, when the sun sets, I will rise and do what must be done. Everyone's sleeping. You don't want to wake them up, do you? Listen, there's a problem. It's about Bella.
Caspian, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. What problem?
Listen, I went out to the forest and Bella came to protect me. We ran into the soulless searchers and she told me to run and I didn't look back.
The soulless searchers. Did they get her? She might be in danger. We need to find her right now. Bella! Bella! Do you hear us?
Can you just relax? We'll find them soon.
Relax? She might be in danger. Bella! Are you there? Bella!
You know she can't hear you.
What do you mean she can't hear me? Do you find this funny or something?
I actually do.
What the hell is wrong with you, Caspian? I'm going back to my bed.
No, you are not.
Excuse me?
You've seen too much.
What is that supposed to mean? What are you doing? Caspian. What's going on? Caspian, why is your hand behind your back? Stop this, you're scaring me. What are you doing? Caspian? What the hell are you holding behind your back? Stop this! Don't get closer. What are you doing? Caspian, it's cold, it's 2 a.m. in the morning and we're in the forest and you're scaring me. Stop this! Caspian, what are you holding behind your back? What are you doing? Stop this. Please.
I think I made a mistake.
You psycho!
Don't get too loud. Don't want to end up like your mother now, do you? You know, there's nothing you can do to change what happened. I just hope that you know that. Be aware of what I'm capable of doing if you so happen to speak about any of the events. I mean, I'll clean everything up, and everything will be just fine, back to normal. No one questions the king. Right, Bella?
Yes, Caspian? King Caspian.
That's more like it.
So you heard when I called you. That's unlikely, for a Rivarian fairy.
Who is that? Who are you?
I know who I am. The question is, who are you?
I thought I knew. All I ever thought about was Caspian. His protection was all that crossed my mind. But recently, I don't even know who I am anymore. Caspian triggered this epiphany.
Ah, yes, that poor soul. I guess he didn't take my warnings too seriously. It's a shame. If he released an evil presence into your kingdom, nothing in your power can stop it. It's not worth it to try.
I can't just give up on Caspian. It's my duty
Oh,
to protect...
child, you are so translucent. Remember, the duty of protecting the prince was a role given to you. It is not who you are. I know exactly what you are.
Who am I? I can't even tell anymore.
Remember what Caspian said to you that kick-started your breakthrough.
Don't get too loud, Bella. Don't want to end up
like your mother now,
now,
do you?
How did you know that?
Don't you get it? I know everything. I am Mud Pie Moonball the Sage.
Then tell me why the sentence sticks to me with such powerful grasp.
Let's go back in time when you were no more than a baby. There was a woman, an outcast. She knew the art of magic unlike no other, and she admired the unknown. See, she was born into a family of outcasts, but they were not special like her. Do you know what the kingdom does to regular people? They feast on their souls and leave the bones for the dogs to chew. What will they gain from this, you ask? Power. See, the queen of Rivaria, Cristella, as you may know, was unsuccessful in capturing everyone from the family of outcasts. The person who escaped was Thornella. Oh, she was furious, fueled by grief and anger that her family was to pay for the price for Cristella to maintain her tingly glitter powers. So what does Thornella do?
Thornella? The Witch of Rivaria?
What does she do?
She steals the kingdom's spellbook and curses Caspian to no longer have any wings.
And now you know why, child.
But that doesn't answer any of my questions.
Yes, it does. You were not connecting the dots. Do you know why Caspian was so important to Cristella? Cristella is not magical by nature. She is a hoax, as Thornella once called her. Cristella got all her powers by killing innocent outcasts. And do you know why Caspian was so important to Cristella?
Caspian was magical by nature.
Exactly, Bella. So when Cristella grew old, she would not have to manage the burden of killing thousands of individuals for a spark of power. The spellbook rule says, as one grows older and fades into the darkness, its powers also wither away. So killing anyone would not suffice, as there is a constraint to how much power can be acquired at such ages. With these constraints, a kingdom cannot be managed. Therefore, do you know what happened to Thornella after she cursed Cristella's only way out?
No?
She burned her alive.
Oh my god!
Ah, yes. However, Thornella knew her actions would cost her greatly. It was the perfect revenge, but it would come at a price. Her life. Do you know one thing that Thornella didn't calculate? Her child was special like her. Yes, Thornella had a child. You, Bella. The guards couldn't kill you because you were special.
Were?
Well, when the queen took you in as a fairy, cleansed your mind of the capability of thought, and made it so you only thought of Caspian, she was secretly feasting off of you too.
So what do I do now?
It is important now that you are reborn. Think for yourself. That was what you wanted. To find out who you are, do the next right thing, and fly with caution.
think you have something that belongs to me. Dear citizens of Rivaria, things will be different from now on. As your new king, I will lead you into a new era of unity, prosperity, and harmony. I'm willing to accept the duties and responsibilities of this noble title. So say my name and refer to me as King Caspian.
All hail King Caspian! All hail King Caspian! All hail King Caspian! All hail King Caspian!
Bella, I was expecting you.
Flora was spotted here on the evening of her death. What do you know?
Bella, I do the talking, and you will listen.
You don't know why I'm here. I need to know what happened to Prince Caspian so I can get to the root of the problem.
Nothing you can do can save Caspian. His fate is sealed. The forces he thinks he's satisfying will keep feasting on him until there is nothing left from him.
What? What does that mean?
The body and the mind are two separate things. A soul, as the mind, can transect the physical, detaching from the sensation of the body. Caspian ruined this balance when he asked for something he could have never gotten without the influence of dark magic.
Dark magic? Caspian did dark magic? How could you let that happen?
Fair game is a fair game. I got what I want in return. My eyesight after years of being caged in the darkness. Caspian would go to any other sorcerer and he would face the same threat. If removing his wings was done under dark magic by your mother, obtaining them would likewise need dark magic. People like Thornella knew how to handle such powers, but Caspian does not have that capability.
He's lost himself. The Caspian I knew and watched grow up was not there. He killed Flora. I saw it with my own eyes. He told me that she knew too much. But with every second, as he gets more powerful, I know he'll do anything to eradicate anyone who could potentially stop him. I need to find a way to stop him, or Rivaria will be in danger.
Impossible, Bella. You don't have what they have.
There needs to be a way. Please.
There is one thing. I'm not sure you will like it.
Tell me.
Everything in the law of magic involves balance.
Meaning?
If you want to take down a corrupt and evil force, you have to be more evil and corrupt than he.
But that means I would have to fade. I would become a soulless searcher. I don't want that for myself.
I wouldn't want that for anyone, Bella. I know what that does to people. Those creatures wandering around these forests with nothing in their eyes but a void of murky darkness. They eat dead animals in their own waste, as if they've lost all symbolism of humanity. I find that faith to be the worst of all. As I said, Bella, it is either your kingdom or your soul, if you're unlucky.
If I'm unlucky, maybe I should just pack my things and leave this kingdom for good.
Then you're leaving the darkness unattended, letting it multiply and grow. It will take over Rivaria first, and then the whole kingdom, and then the entire world. And it will reach your footstep and ring your doorbell wherever you flee.
What about Caspian?
Caspian's a fool if he thinks he'll rule the world, let alone the realm. The powers he thinks is pure is nothing but wrecked and corrupt. Powers he inherited from Cristela is evil. Cristella's powers was once pure, but then it got poisoned with all the lives she took, and then her emotions. As I said, Bella, if there is someone who can take on dark magic and not have a chance of your soul fading, it's you.
I'll do it for the kingdom. It's the only way out.
Then you have to sign.
Court, welcome. Tonight, we not only celebrate the unity of our kingdom, but also the rich traditions that make us who we are. Enjoy the festivities, and for tonight, we aim to make this the grandest ball in history. And now, a tradition that dates back in generations. The Queen's father and all his ancestors have danced with the incomparable Lady Lucinda to mark their ascendancy to the throne. Enjoy. You can come out now. You heard me, Bella. Come out. Like mother, like daughter.
I know what you did to my family and many innocent outcasts, Christella.
Oh, really? Why don't you tell me?
You kill them. You feast on their bones like animals just for it to supply your power. What's so funny? As if you didn't know that.
Oh, no, I did. I just loved hearing it from someone else.
You are a monster.
A monster? Let's not get cruel now. I saved your life, but considering where this is going, I would have rather you rot like the other outcasts.
You didn't save me. You controlled me and made me your pet.
And you were so good at it, Bella. I don't know why this rebellion is happening so early on in your career.
You're not impressing anyone with sass. It's not elevating this altercation at all.
Altercation, you say? Look, I mean, if you wanted to have a more formal battle, we could have done so at any moment, but it seems the world is just attracted to embarrassing me in public, so I'm not that surprised myself. I'm not a barbarian, Bella. Don't be preposterous. What are you gonna do? Kill me? What a full circle moment. Perfect end to my miserable life.
You brought everything on yourself.
You speak with so much brass in your neck, and yet you know nothing.
I know enough.
What, do you think I'm going to rule the world with Caspian? That's not Caspian. And with seeing your eyes, you will start to transform as well. Everywhere will be crawling in soulless searchers, and my own son will become one because I pressured him into doing something that I knew he could never do. You know, seeing how all of this is turning out is somehow reminding me of my past memories. You know, when I was in my youth, I was the only child of my king and queen parents. My father wanted a son, and that I was not. I yearned for power since my earliest of days to prove that I was more than a mere ornament on a throne. My father and my docile mother insisted that I had but one role: to sit, to smile, and to be seen, but never heard. The men would make the decisions, and I had to be content with my role as a beautiful pawn in their game of politics. I hated my parents. They knew that they had made a disaster, so they rambled and quickly found the first prince to get me married. I had just turned 18. You know, maybe if I fled from the realm, none of this would have happened. The night before I was to be wed, I wept. My tears were of a life that felt stifled and imprisoned. I knew deep down that I could rule this kingdom, yet the world refused to see. Over time, I suppressed my volcano of emotions, turning to find fleeting moments of joy. It started small, rats, birds, but having so much power over a life force and seeing their demise as I brutally murdered each in the most inhumane ways possible somehow managed to keep me going. Later on, I found out I was to bear a child. And then my husband, who represented the chains of my confinement, became my victim. To the world, he died of natural causes, but I knew the truth. His end was my making. I remember the liberation as I strangled him with my bare hands and heard him exhale his last breaths. Doing that to a human was one of the most liberating acts of my entire life. My father got sick. He had heart issues. And on his deathbed, he told me he knew what I was. A psychopath in hiding. Yes, but he told me he knew everything I did to those small animals when I was alone. And he told me he knew that I killed my husband. I remember the devastation in his eyes, knowing that he had to carry these secrets to the grave. I never felt remorse, though. Still, I had a growing baby latching onto me, and as time passed and he grew up, without wings, of course, I saw in him the same fiery need to prove oneself. When he returned to me, with wings, I knew that they were born of dark magics. It's a cruel irony, isn't it? In my quest for power and recognition, I doomed my own blood. The cycle of desperation, it seems, well, never ending, you know. Anyway, I will not sit here and watch as my son becomes one of those filthy creatures in the woods. I will do something that I should have done many years ago.
What the hell did you do?
I want to speak to Caspian.
There is no more Caspian!
I know he's in there, somewhere, and I want him to hear this. As I know your time is limited, just as mine is. Caspian, I've come to repay you for your treachery. Your despicable act will forever mark you as a murderer and a pitiful excuse for a king.
I did what I had to do to ascend to the gods, to the heights of greatness. Sometimes you need a ladder to fly with the gods.
Greatness? Caspian, you're nothing but a stain on the tapestry of existence. Your pathetic attempts at validation and self-independence are nothing but feeble endeavors of a soul lost in its own delusions.
You know nothing of my struggles. I will not be belittled by the likes of you.
Belittled? Oh, Caspian, it's not I who belittles you. It's the pitiful reflection staring back at you every time you gaze into a mirror. No matter what grandeur you achieve, you will always be an embarrassment and a failure. Your fate is sealed.
You don't understand. I'm not defined by one act. I know I can change, and I will.
There you go. There is Caspian. Do you speak of change? Oh, how you deceive yourself. No matter what empty apology you make or what grand gesture you show, you will always end up in the same place. Nothing you will ever do will change that. Your time is limited. Best make the most of it. No! No! No!
You thought you could take me down tonight? You would have needed a substantial amount of power to take me down. Mother sucked away your powers when you were born. So however you got that dark magic, you would have needed more than just a spark. We're both facing the same fate.